Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
That's fine. Yeah. 26.
Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. It'll make something worse than what it was.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Yeah, Liz.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten the gold watch too, huh?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On first down, Abdullah. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
20.
Throwing again. Ryan being chased out left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Hey, let's go. Gun.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They take over 1st and 10 up near midfield. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the Pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
319.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Dancing to his left. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ryan. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. First target, first catch at a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go, come on. Yeah, Liz.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Rodgers Operating from the gun. And some room to work. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, he shifts past him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him. And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from. But how about this, a fake? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big time.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
319.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Rodgers now looking to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. A dump off for Abdullah. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw is Rodgers on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Tyler Davison able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the interception, here's Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
54, south.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Perry, the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ryan, he's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Ryan will throw again. This one caught by Ridley, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again, Ryan. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Adams. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
21.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The second down run for Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Throwing now is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Rodgers going to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction.
And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus now for the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.